Today I have 3 blue and white summer DIYs that are not just fun, but perfect additions to your summer gatherings. Welcome to the Chic Show. Today's playlist is hosted by Shabby Meets Bling and Up All Night DIY, and I have their channels and the playlist in the description box below. This is the perfect little gift for the hostess. This is a napkin that I think I ordered from Temu, and I'm going to cut out the section that I want, and then I'm going to remove 1 ply of the napkin. And of course, I have my little quality control helper here. Now I'm going to take a wet paintbrush and this oyster shell, and I'm going to tear around the napkin to make this napkin fit into the oyster shell. For the next step, I'm going to paint over that little dark spot inside the oyster shell and let it dry, and then I'm going to give the entire inside of the oyster shell another coat of white chalk paint. Once the paint is dry, I'm going to be using some DIY liquid patina, and I'm going to paint the inside of the shell, and then I'm going to place that napkin on top of the liquid patina and then use my brush to gently smooth it down and add another coat of the DIY liquid patina. I did let that dry for a few minutes, and then I went back with some triple thick and I painted that onto the shell. I like for my shells to be shiny, and this has a high gloss shine. Now I'm using one of these gold paint pens. This is just from Walmart, and I'm going around the edge of the shell. You could also use Rub and Buff or something like that. I just like how bright gold this is for this shell. And you could also do the back, but I usually leave mine natural. Now, I have always wondered how people attach these to a bottle stopper like you see here. These bottle stoppers I ordered from Amazon, and come to find out it's UV resin that they're using for this kind of project. And it is fabulous. It's quick, it's easy, and it holds up very, very well. It comes in a black bottle so as to keep it safe from the UV that's just naturally in the everyday light, and it comes with this little flashlight. So you squeeze it on there. It's really thick. It doesn't run a lot, so it's real easy to work with, and then you hold this little flashlight on it until it hardens up. So I did this along the front and then along the back as well. Now it is really thick, and the bottle is really thick, so it's kind of hard to squeeze out. Once I had the resin all the way around the shell, I just went around it again, holding gently with my finger so that the shell didn't fall off if it wasn't set up good yet. But I just went around that flashlight again and again to make sure that it was hardened. And here is the finished project. I went back with my gold paint and Rub and Buff and just used a brush and painted the resin gold to match the front of the shell. In all my excitement, I forgot to get a final photo. This is another little perfect hostess gift. These are paper coasters that I ordered from Amazon, and I also ordered some cork backings that fit these perfectly. These are both 4-inch cork rounds and 4-inch paper coasters. Now I'm using IOD's Rose Toile stamp set, and I'm going to stamp 4 of these coasters using different parts of the stamp. This is Prussian blue ink, and it's an ink pad from Hobby Lobby. This one I chose to stamp on only part of the coaster because I'm going to use the Les Roses stamp that you see right there on the right side of that cardboard, and I'm going to stamp that onto the blank part of the coaster. I continued on with the other 2 coasters using different parts of the stamp in different places on the coaster, so each one was a little different. I did use 1 coat of dishwasher safe Mod Podge on these coasters before I moved on to the next step. It was dry. I went back with that gold paint pen just like I used in the last project, and I painted around the edges of each of the coasters. This took a little time, but it was definitely worth the effort. Next, I used some scraps from my IOD gilded transfers, and I just put these in random places on each of the coasters. And by sealing it first, it really helped these transfers to adhere down to that paper. I was a little bit worried about it being a little flimsy or soft to be able to go down on that paper, but I had no trouble at all with that Mod Podge. Once these were all applied, I went back with my dishwasher safe Mod Podge and I gave each one 3 coats of the Mod Podge, letting it dry 2 hours in between. And as long as you apply thin coats, it works really well this way. I wanted my coasters to be a gift, so I wanted them to have their own little gift bag. These little gift bags are from Hobby Lobby, very affordable. So I placed a piece of cardboard inside so that the ink I'm going to use doesn't bleed through to the other side. I'm using that same ink pad and the same rose toile stamps, and I'm going to stamp the front of the bag. And there you have the cutest little coaster set. And now I'm going to make a beautiful gift bag perfect for both of these little gifts. This is just a white gift bag that I think I got from either Dollar Tree or Dollar General. Dollar General has better prices on the bulk ones. And then I'm using this rose toile stamp and blue ink, and I'm just going to be stamping this onto the front of the bag. This stamp is from IOD, and it has 4 or 5 stamps in it. This is the really large one, and then I chose to use the typeset at the bottom there. This, of course, is the front of the bag. I am going to do the sides and the back of the bag as well. This would make a great little gift bag for anyone special in your life, especially someone that loves the blue and white aesthetic like I do. Our hosts again today. Be sure and check out their channels in the description box below, and don't forget to check out the playlist for your midsummer's inspiration. And don't forget to check out this video right here. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to share the chic. Bye now.